Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Seriously, the Claudia Project, where we talk about everything from lifestyle to fitness to mom life. Today, we are talking about hot girl habits that actually fit for those of us who have 9 to 5s. I support all of you ladies who are influencers and living your stay-at-home mom lives, and you have more time than most of us do if you're working a 9 to 5. So today, we're going to be talking about hot girl tips that are practical for those of us who have a few less hours in the day. Number one, let's start with fitness that actually fits into our lives. So instead of thinking about working out for 60 minutes every single day, we're going to think about going on a 20 to 30 minute hot girl walk. I like to do this during my lunch break. It's something I recently started doing. So I'll eat lunch at my desk and then I'll take like a 20-minute walk around the building just to get my steps. If I let myself do it, I will only get 2,000 steps in a day from like walking from my house to Ashton's daycare drop off. This includes me walking my dog now, okay? And then from my office back to my car, back home, 2,500 steps, max. And that is just not great, okay? It's giving sedentary. It's giving gaining a little bit of weight every single year, and it always happens slow. It's never like you gain 1,000 pounds overnight. It's that you gain 2 pounds this year, 3 pounds next year. Next thing you know, you got 20 pounds to lose. So adding this 20 to 30 minutes in for like things that you're already going to be doing anyway, instead of sitting for lunch, eat your lunch in like 10 minutes and then use that time to just like walk around. It'll be really good for your body. Also, adding 2 to maybe 3 times a week of strength training. And I'm not saying an hour and a half. I'm saying 30 minutes, a quick in and out, some squats, some lunges, enough to like put on that really nice workout outfit that you have that makes you feel really good. And then something that you put together really, really simply. And if you guys leave comments below, I'm happy to come up with some easy 10, 15-minute circuits that you guys can do to start getting your body moving. You can also add what they call movement snacks into your day, where like as you're doing other things, if you don't have time to add in 2 to 3 times of working out every week, you can do squats while you cook dinner at night. You can do squats while you're in the kitchen. Some people I know like to hold planks while they wait for like food on the stove to finish. So like something super easy like that you can throw into your schedule as well is always something that's super simple. Beauty and style habits, right? So let's get into this. We need to streamline the skincare. I don't know about you, but for so long, I was so intimidated by all of these like nighttime routines and all of this, like you need these 30 products and it's going to take you an hour to do all of this stuff. So then I just wouldn't do anything, which I do not suggest to anyone. So come up with something that's super duper easy. For me, I'm not a dermatologist, so like this is just what works for me and what I'm trying to do every single night. So I use Dermalogica in the shower because I already have to take a shower every night. So I will wash my face and then after, and make sure I get all of the excess makeup off by using just like a Garnier cleanser, very, very light. And then making sure to do the Dermalogica mist after, and then some type of like hydration. So I was using La Mer because a girlfriend gave me a little tiny bit, but then that was like crazy and I don't know if I'm committed enough to that. However, I will say the La Mer stuff feels very good. But right now I'm using like a Cerva? I don't know. I don't know the name of it, but you guys have seen it in your local Walmarts and Targets. And they have a nighttime and a morning. The one in the morning has SPF in it, which I think leaves a little bit of a white cast. So I've been using the nighttime for both times. I mean, the SPF is nice and I like that, but I've got SPF in my tinted moisturizer, so I don't need to double up. Plus, it was giving me like this weird, again, white cast, which I don't need that in my life, right? But streamlining it, bringing it down. You don't have to do all of the stuff you see the girlies on the internet doing in order to have a hot girl beauty routine. So figure out what works for you, products that work for you. They don't have to be La Mer price, $300 for facial cream, but find things that feel good to you. If you want to add vitamin C, you can. Those little drops that you see people on the internet doing, you can do that if you want, or you can cut it back and do something light, but make sure you know what feels good and what will make you feel your best. Same thing with your makeup routine. So for me, I have like a tinted moisturizer if I'm feeling like light, but I want to feel like I'm a person. But then I have like something that takes a little longer with actual like foundation and all of the contouring and like all of the things. I don't do that often. Right now, I am dressed this morning. If you'll notice, I'm dressed before filming just because we're filming in my office now, and it felt like, I can go ahead and get ready for work, which I think will help me as far as my schedule goes. That's a side note. We can talk about that another day. But right now I just have on that Cerva, I gotta figure out what it's called, you guys. Lotion, and then I also have on mascara and eyeliner, and that's kind of it. And I told you, I'm like just working on my skin. I want to feel really good, just like natural Claudia, and then we'll kind of go back to adding some more things in. But my makeup routine, very quick, very fast, and you need to figure out exactly what that is for you too. Now, if you're like a goddess and you're like, I need to be beat down every day, then maybe this is where you take the time to add that in. But I know for me, with all of the things that I want to accomplish every morning, it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm not really sure if anyone at my office really notices. So it's kind of like a waste of my time. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. Let's turn the light back on for you guys. Please hold, guys. I'll edit this out. You'll never even know that this happened. There you go. Yeah, no one in my office even noticed, so it was just like a waste of time, and it was just something I was doing for myself, but I feel beautiful just like this. So that's the second thing on the beauty tips. So right now you have a streamlined skincare, and you also have your makeup routine, like down to a science. That way you're not wasting extra time. And then last but not least, outfit formula. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm still working on my outfit formulas. There are some things that I know I like that go together, but I like to switch it up. And so in order for me to actually accomplish this, it's really important for me to lay all my clothes out the night before. And I always have time to do it. It's just if I make the time to do it. So now it is a non-negotiable. I laid this outfit out last night. I ironed it. I made sure that I was ready to go this morning, so then I didn't have to think about what I was going to put on. And if you want to peek that, make sure that you try the clothes on, especially if it's something you haven't worn in a while, and make sure you like what it looks like, because there's nothing worse than laying out an outfit the night before and then you go to put it on and nothing about it feels good. Look at your calendar, make sure you know exactly what's happening at your work day so that you're dressed appropriately, and in the morning you're not like running around like, oh man, I forgot I had this meeting, and so now you have to change it up. Especially for us 9-to-5 girlies, it's like very important to be prepared in that way. So just thinking it through, but laying it out, getting rid of clothes that don't make you feel good. That way your closet is set, and maybe even designating like a spot for work clothes in your closet. That way you're not like parsing through club clothes that you know you can't wear to work, summer shorts, that kind of thing. You just have a section that you keep everything. Next, mindset and confidence. I used to think this is super lame, but I've gotten really into morning affirmations, and I'm not like a you're so special, you're so special, you're so special. It's not like Beetlejuice or anything on my side of the internet, but I have started just speaking more positively to myself. I just told my team recently, like, if you wouldn't say it to your best friend, then you shouldn't be saying it to yourself. And that's something I want all of us to start thinking about. Like, the way that we talk about ourselves is impacting the way that you're moving around. And so make sure that you start thinking about this, because it's going to affect your confidence. And so setting boundaries with how you speak to yourself, and also setting boundaries at work, making sure that, like, if you know you have 30 minutes for lunch, that you actually take the 30 minutes so you can get your walk in, because it's going to be better for you and also for your office if you get away. This is me talking to me, like, this is not me talking to you guys. This is me reminding myself that, like, Claudia, you have to take a break. You have to step out. Even if no one else is doing it, you have to actually get away, take a second, be a regular person, and then come back to this. And then make sure that during your work week that you are celebrating small wins. Like, if we're going to be practicing glowing up and being hot girls and like doing all of this stuff, if you lose a pound, be excited about it. Like, it's not like it happened overnight. No, you've been eating grilled chicken and drinking water for days on end. And so you deserve to like acknowledge that. And maybe it's not with French fries, because maybe that'll ruin like everything you got going on. But maybe it's with like a brand new book that you wanted, or even just like sitting on your couch and like doom scrolling for like 45 minutes. We are not machines. We also need a break. So like, celebrate those small wins, no matter how small they feel, because you deserve it. And then getting into productivity on like how we're actually going to be like do this hot girl thing, and also keep up with our 9 to 5, you have to figure out what works for you. So like if time blocking works for you, that's great. If basking tasks work together, so like I'm gonna brush my teeth and then I know I'm gonna get ready for the day, like that's how I'm gonna do it. Whatever you need to do, you need to come up with like actual steps. So like for me, in the morning, I know for sure I have to be up by like 5:30 if I want to get all of the things done in the morning that I want to get done. And what I just tried last night is like, if I set out my clothes at night, I know that's something I don't have to think about in the morning. If I create my thumbnail, which is very specific for what I have going on, but work with me here, right? If I make my thumbnail at night, I know it's one less thing I have to worry about in the morning after I record, which is super duper helpful. I also went ahead and edited a video last night, and then all I had to do was do the voiceover this morning. So it's just cutting down on all of the time. I also think that getting dressed first is going to unlock something else inside of me, because now I'm already ready when usually I would have to get dressed after this video, and that just didn't work at all. Also, doing easy things the night before. We already talked about laying out clothes, but prepping your lunch the night before, super helpful. I'm ready. All I got to do is throw it into my backpack. Well, it's not a backpack, it's a handbag, but all I have to do is throw it in my bag this morning, and we're going to be off to the races, which is super helpful for me. So think about all of the things that you can like do in advance and then time block them out. Last night I sat down, I thought, like, what are all the things I need to do before Ashton and I need to leave at 7:45 to be on time? And I wrote them all out, and then I mapped them all out on ChatGPT. I'm like, here are all the things I want to do. What time do I need to get up to make it happen? Now, ChatGPT said 4:30. He was tripping. I don't know what Dave's got going on, but I'm not doing that. So it was super helpful, and I was like, okay, Dave, I'll get up at 5:15. Like, let's readjust. And then me and my assistant Dave worked through like how to make it all work together, and that was super helpful. But I did have to think about it to make sure that it was going to make sense in my schedule. And then the 2-minute rule is like the hot girl 9 to 5. Like, if it only takes 2 minutes, do it. Enough is enough, ladies. Like, we cannot keep putting things off that you can just knock out. Like, I'm someone who will go on a trip and leave my suitcase out for weeks. Dre hates it. He hates everything about it. But it's like when he said it the other day, the suitcase had been out for like 2 weeks. And he was right. Like, it took me 2 minutes to clean it out, to put it away. And it felt so much better once it wasn't in our room on the floor. So like, go ahead and knock out things that are fast. I always use dishes as an example. That doesn't take 2 minutes. But once you get started with it, it doesn't take that long. So like, do things that can happen fast. If there's a cup on a table, go ahead and throw it in the sink. If there's laundry that needs to be rotated, just go ahead and rotate the laundry. Like, even if you don't have time to fold it, go ahead and knock those small things out. That way you can keep going. And there's a ton of things I know that I have and both you have that you could go ahead and be doing that you're just putting off, waiting for like the perfect time to do a million things. But a bunch of little 2-minute things add up into like days of things that you need to accomplish. So just cross them off the list. That way you can move on. The habits that we just talked about, I'm going to walk through so that you guys think about them. I know that having a 9 to 5 feels sometimes like you're boxed in, but you have so much more time than you think, really, for like activities and hobbies, but only if you use your time wisely. So fitness that fits was number 1, making sure you find the time. Number 2 was having your beauty and style like habits like down to a science, so that you're not taking all day and all night and then just like pushing it to the side. You deserve to be like styled as well. Mindset and confidence, really focusing on that self-talk is number 3. Like, we gotta get into celebrating those small wins and telling yourself like how great of a job you're doing, because you're doing a great job. And number 4, productivity tips. So time blocking and batching your tasks, doing the 2-minute rule, making sure you knock things out when you see them and not putting them off to the next day. That's how we're going to turn out a hot girl, even with a 9 to 5. Don't make the internet think you need to quit your job. I'm so against this. I'm so against this mindset of like, if you have a 9 to 5, you're boxed in and you can't do this and you can't do that. It's fake. Your 9 to 5 is helping you sustain a lifestyle that you love. Hopefully, we can talk about finding another 9 to 5 on another day. And you got to make it work for you in a way that is sustainable and also makes you feel good. And cutting down on some of these things and figuring out how to problem solve them, make them quick for you, is how you're going to keep making them happen. As always, I'm Claudia, and this is Seriously the Claudia Project, and I'm so glad that you guys were here today. We will be back again tomorrow with more fun, helpful tips and maybe just some laughter. And band camp is over. If you follow me on any socials, you know that my day in the life have basically just been me at camp and also working. So I am headed to work today in the office finally. We don't have practice today because it's the first day of school, but we'll be back tomorrow, and then we're kind of back to regular schedule. Prior, I was like kind of off for a little bit. We also went to the arts festival. Did any of you go? It was in Piedmont Park this weekend. It was nice. We picked up, I think, 3 pieces of art, all prints. We didn't buy any like actual paintings, but we got some prints, 2 of which will go into each of our kids' rooms. And then I picked up another piece that I think I'm gonna put here in my office. So that will be exciting, either here or maybe upstairs in the bedroom. Anyway, we're working on Chateau 810, so we're trying to like hang art up and like do the whole thing. But again, a day for another episode for another day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. We're going to keep showing up Monday through Fridays. Seriously, we'll be here for you. And please make sure that you leave a comment below on things that you want to see, because daily episodes can be a little challenging. So I'm just talking about stuff that I enjoy, which is all about being hot girls, working your 9 to 5, and being productive. So always fun to be here with you guys. Have a wonderful day. Talk soon. Bye.